Welcome to anatomy class. So today we'll have the continuation class of respiratory system, in which today's class will deal on tracheobronchial tree, the pleura, the lobes of the lungs, as well as the muscles used in the respiration. First we'll go to the tracheobronchial tree. The tracheobronchial tree is nothing but how the air is going from the atmosphere to the alveoli. There is a pathway, or there is a step down pathway we'll see in this. From the outmost nostrils, it goes to the larynx, then to the pharynx, then starts to the trachea. So trachea, from the trachea till the alveoli is a tracheobronchial tree. How it is branching? As I told, it's like a branches of the tree roots or the above also. So it's like branching. So how it is branching, we'll see. The first part is trachea. First part is trachea. The trachea runs through it till the fifth thoracic vertebrae. Till the fifth thoracic vertebrae. So in the fifth thoracic vertebrae, the trachea divides into two. The trachea divides into two, which one moves to the left lung, the other one moves to the right lung. The two parts is known as left and right primary bronchi. Left and right primary bronchi. Next, after it is branching to the left and right primary bronchi, this is again divided into secondary bronchi. It's again divided into secondary bronchi. Both the sides is divided into secondary bronchi. Then it is again divided into tertiary bronchi. Tertiary bronchi. After the secondary bronchi, it's a tertiary bronchi, and ends it is divided into bronchioles. Bronchioles are the smaller, thin layer divisions from tertiary bronchi. So bronchioles. At the last, we have terminal bronchioles. Terminal means end. So end, before going to the alveoli, we have terminal bronchioles. So the end, we have terminal bronchioles. At the last, we have alveoli. So I hope this is understood. It's like a flow chart which is shown here. The first will show about the trachea. In the flow chart, it's like trachea. The second is the primary bronchi. There are two lungs, so left and right primary bronchi. Then secondary bronchi. Next, tertiary bronchi. Next, bronchioles. And the last is terminal bronchioles, where it is ending with alveoli. Alveoli is the ball-like structures where the exchange of gases takes place. This alveoli in both the lungs, in one person, around 150 million alveoli are present. The number of alveoli, if you count, approximately there is 150 millions of alveoli, including both the lungs. So I hope this is clear. This is known as tracheobronchial tree. From the trachea till the alveoli is a tracheobronchial tree. Okay. The next topic today is pleura. Pleura. The pleura means the lung is protected by an outside covering. The lung is protected by an outside covering, which is known as pleura. This covers the lungs. The lungs expands and moves down, but this is a gentle organ. So this organ should be covered by a pleura. This pleura have two layers. This pleura has two layers. That is, first one is parietal layer. Outermost layer is known as parietal layer. Innermost layer is known as visceral layer. Outermost layer is parietal layer. Innermost layer is visceral layer. In between two layers, there is a cavity or a space. This cavity is known as pleural cavity. This cavity is known as pleural cavity. So in this cavity is known as pleural cavity. This cavity contains a fluid known as serous fluid. This cavity contains a fluid known as serous fluid. So pleura is the covering of lungs. All the covering of lungs. There are two layers in pleura, parietal layer and visceral layer. The parietal layer In between the parietal as well as visceral layer, we have a cavity or space known as pleural cavity in which serous fluid is present. Next, we'll go to the lobes of lungs. There are two lungs, right lung and left lung. The two lungs are right lung and left lung. If you see in this picture, the left lung is little smaller, the right lung is little larger or big in size. As well as there is few divisions. That is known as fissures. The few divisions that is known as fissures. We'll see from the right lung. In the right lung, there are two fissures. The first fissure is known as horizontal fissure, which is running like this, a horizontal fissure. This fissure, which is going oblique, is known as oblique fissure. So this is the oblique fissure. This running towards is a horizontal fissure. In the left lung, only one fissure is there. Fissure means nothing but it divides the lung into two lobes. This fissure is known as oblique fissure. Oblique fissure. This is an oblique fissure. So in the right lung, there is two fissures. In the left lung, only one fissure, which is oblique fissure. Now here we see the right lung has three lobes. Three lobes. The upper is known as superior lobe. Here, middle lobe. This is inferior lobe. So there are three lobes: upper, superior lobe, middle lobe, inferior lobe in the right lung. Similarly, in the left lung, it's divided into two: superior lobe and inferior lobe. If you see in the left lung, there is a curve or a small cutting. Edges are not equal like here. So this is known as cardiac notch. In the left side of the lungs, we have cardiac notch. If you see, this is the larger one, this is a smaller one, which means right side is a larger one, left side is a smaller one. By weight, how is the weight becomes? The right side is 700 grams, one lung, the whole one lung is 700 grams. The left side is 600 grams. So I hope this is clear. The lobes of lungs, there are three lobes in the right side. There are two lobes in the left side. If you see in this is a right lung. Right lung. This shows that there is fissures. The curve like substance is a fissures which is cutting the lungs into lobes. So there is a superior lobe, middle lobe and inferior lobe, which is cut by a horizontal fissure. This is oblique fissure. This is an oblique fissure. There are two fissures in the right lung, horizontal fissure and oblique fissure. Three lobes, superior lobe, middle lobe and inferior lobe. Similarly in the left lung. This is a left lung part. So there is a superior lobe, inferior lobe, which is divided by an oblique fissure. So that I hope you have known about the lobes of lungs. Next, we'll move to the last portion of today's is muscles in respiratory system. The muscles which helps in respiration, taking in of the air and putting out carbon dioxide or carbon dioxide out. In these muscles, the first muscle is intercostal muscles. The first muscles involved intercostal muscles. There are 11 pairs of intercostal muscles. So this is a rib cage or which is a covering like this. It should be covered. So I'm taking this and showing you the internal part. So this is a sternum. There are 12 pairs of ribs. Right side and left side there are different pairs. There are 12 pairs of ribs. In between the ribs there is a space. There we have muscles. Those muscles are known as intercostal muscles. Inter means in between. So costal means other name for ribs. So in between the two ribs there is a muscle known as intercostal muscles. So this muscle is one of the muscle which helps in respiration. I will show you indeed closer. This is the intercostal muscle which is in between the two ribs. The muscle in between the two ribs is known as intercostal muscle. So we have 12 ribs. In between, if you count, there is 11 intercostal muscles. So I hope it is clear. There are intercostal muscles which is 11 pairs of intercostal muscles which helps in respiration. Next, one more muscle which helps in respiration is known as diaphragm. Diaphragm. The diaphragm is seen, it's a dome-shaped muscular structure which is seen in between the thoracic cavity and abdominal cavity. So this is abdominal cavity. Abdominal cavity, if you see here, this is a diaphragm as a dome-shaped muscular structure which separates the thoracic cavity and lungs from the abdominal cavity. That is known as diaphragm. This is a cartilage-like substance, muscular structure which is known as the diaphragm. I hope it is clear. So today we dealt about the tracheobronchial tree. Next, the pleura. The tracheobronchial tree is nothing but the progress or from the trachea till the alveoli. Next, we have gone to the pleura where we showed it is outer covering of the lung which have two layers, parietal layer as well as visceral layer, and a cavity is known as pleural cavity which contains a serous fluid. Later we have learned about the lobes of lungs. The different lobes of the lungs, superior, middle as well as inferior in the right side, superior and inferior in the left side, and the fissures which divides the lungs into lobes. Then at the end we have learned about the muscles of respiration. The intercostal muscles, there are 11 pairs of intercostal muscles. Diaphragm which separates the thoracic cavity as well as the abdominal cavity. One more muscle, few muscles which is in case the respiration is more, the patient needs more respiration or the breathing factors are more, definitely few muscles in the neck regions will be useful. That is known as accessory muscles. So I hope you enjoyed this class. Thank you.